When people ask why your clothes are so ratchet,
This.
Hey, welcome back to another FC video. I swear I start these videos off more and more about excuses as to why I don't have an FC video for you. Before we get started on the content, I need to show you what I've been up to for the past few months, which explains the gap between FC content. And that begins with the Nissan. Well, clearly this isn't a Nissan, but I was at Brad's house to do Nissan things. See? Nissan things. Brad's FD is going good, by the way. It was briefly apart to beef up his heat shield situation, but we'll catch up with him in his car in another video. Many moons ago, back when you could pick up a set of GTR anything for reasonable coin, I bought a set of GTR brakes, front and rear. I quickly learned why they were so cheap. They had half the seals missing. Now, at this point in time, I had kindly donated my S14 rear brake setup to Blair's wagon, so the time was perfect to get these fitted. Unfortunately, try as I might, I could not get the pistons out. Even with compressed air it was a bit of a struggle. But eventually we got them out and rebuilt them with the new seals. Cheers, Brad.
Uncanny.
I ended up only fitting the rears. The fronts will come later. Now at the time the car was living at Blair's house. Hey, what a boy racer! The paint condition really wasn't up to his standards, so it didn't take him long to give it the Blair treatment. Smells so good. We then got the car dirty again for some upgrades. Alright, so what's going on here is we have our S14 R200 and my S13 R200.
4-bolt backing plate.
So in order to fit the S14 onto my subframe, we had to obviously swap the back covers around. Why we're doing that is because this one's been rebuilt with 5.1 gearing, as per that. So the old diff is 4.3, this is 5.1, and to get it to fit to the S13 subframe, need to buy these GK Tech solid bushes and 80mm M12 1.25 bolts, which are slightly longer than what's in there currently. So I think we'll see how that goes. It might be a little bit too long. We'll soon see. But yeah, high gears for more revs because, let's face it, this isn't the most powerful thing in the world.
Ready? I'm not.
I just want to... Oh, keep going.
Yeah, we can throw it.
Yes. So the diffs in the car, we're just struggling to get the half shafts connected into the hub on this side, which is bolted up. The other side we haven't put in yet, so it should be a bit easier. Yeah, really looking forward to getting this on the ground and seeing how she drives. Gets a strip of bubble gum in there. Blair and I took turns sitting down while Shane finished off the work.
That's actually a win, right?
It sends the order off to the company to print it for you, and it's hands off. You could say the new setup took a little bit of getting used to. Oh god. Track day was lots of fun, car held up really well. Well,
other than the fact that the gearbox now needs a rebuild and my front brakes are completely warped. So we gave the car one final send-off before putting it back into retirement. Why is the camera focusing on you? I'm the one that's got the cool face. So that's pretty much where we're up to now. Anyone that knows me knows I can't make up my mind at the best of times. Build direction changes nearly weekly, which makes it really hard to execute on ideas. I found the best way to combat that is to buy the thing and force myself down that path. Having two cars, however, doesn't really help, as a lot of these things can work on either car. This is largely why I haven't said what the big picture plan is for both cars. What I will say is that the FC is going to be more of a street car, where the S chassis will be more of a weekend warrior. Pretty simple really, but my struggle has been with the general style of each car within their overall build direction. But given that the RX7 is now moving on in its years, it really needs a good gutting out and tidy up before it can go forward again. This part of the process is actually quite fun and obviously very cheap, which gives me a lot of time to save up and buy other parts of the build. So I bought these wheels back in April through Reuben at R's Garage. Obviously due to the pandemic situation and the Olympics in Japan, took a bit of time to get these into New Zealand, but they've arrived this month. So they're Work Meister S1Rs in two-piece. They are 17 by 9 in the front and 17 by 9.5 in the rear. I maxed the offset out as much as I could for the wheel size, so the fronts are -24 and the rears are -30. That gives about a +60mm poke from where the wheels currently sit on the FC and around about 55mm on the S chassis. I did originally buy them for the Nissan, but over the 4 months that it took for these to arrive, I changed my mind several times. Currently thinking that these will probably be better off on the FC, given that the FC is going to be more of a street show sort of car than a track weapon. Given that these are 17 inch and they are the Meister range, they don't have the best brake clearance in the world. It's not so much a problem with the spokes, but more the barrel. Especially in the 17s. These fit quite nicely over the FC brakes, and there's a good inch space between the barrel and the caliper, but with the GTR calipers I'm running, or going to be running, it's going to be a bit of a mission to get them on. If I do run these on the FC, it'll mean I need bigger guards, so I'm probably thinking plus 50mm front and rear over fenders.
Okay, I've quickly put the wheels on to give you an idea of what the end result would be. Excuse the cockeyed steering angle, but you get a feel for how wide these are. And the rears, it's not too bad. Certainly not as bad as the other 17s I've got hidden away. You're going to have to use your imagination for the Nissan. I really can't be bothered getting it out to put them on, which is biased, I know. But there you go. I may have picked up another little hobby along the way.
So let me know what you think, whether I should run these on the FC or on the S chassis, and if you have any ideas for body kits or over fenders, please let me know.